distance is a cauldron of pressure, and that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Syracuse will kick off and will... away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Virginia Tech's offense has the ball first today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
And the Hokies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Jackson will throw. Hauls it in. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The Hokies will snap it on 1st and 10. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball. That's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Off to the races. Past the 20. Touchdown. 3. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Out of the gun, the inside give. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
That's a really good-looking run there. And you think about great Hokie running backs in recent years. David Wilson, Lee Suggs, Kevin Jones, they all have the ability to shake defenders and break ankles. This guy right now giving you some of those vibes with that last run. That was nice.
That's caught. It's good. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. And the Hokies didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Finds this big tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The give on the counter. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
7, Syracuse 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Syracuse's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man. He is the guy. He is. Number one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long.
Timeout, Virginia Tech.
Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Wide open downfield. He's loose. Touchdown, Syracuse. He got a step and just dusted the field. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. From the gun, they'll try the middle. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Jackson gonna throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're gonna mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's good. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Hokies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways. A few yards to go. Fires to the big fella. Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right. It's the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, that D-tackle is cat quick. He exploded out of his three-point stance, got immediately into the backfield, and he was able to get that tackle for loss.
That pass falls incomplete, and it wraps up an entertaining first. Both offenses doing damage. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Jackson will throw. They're setting up the screen. There he goes. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And the Hokies trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Got nothing last time, now 2nd and goal from the 3. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to...
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll start this drive going to the air. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They've come out smoking with... on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Motion from the wide receiver. Jackson gonna throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Cook. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go back to the ground. Got the first down and more. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hokies!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Finds his tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
He'll field the punt and look for room. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted.
Lost one deep down the right side. It's complete. And he will score! Touchdown, Virginia Tech! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Talk about keeping your eyes downfield and then unleashing one on a rope.
And having a guy like that can buy time and beat you down the field with his feet, but also what you said is the most important thing. He keeps his eyes down the field. He's not looking to run the football. He can, but he's looking to do damage and make a big play down the field. Because he had his eyes up, he could do that.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. North Carolina is down right now, but that kid on the defensive side, I know this is a big statement, but he looks like a young Lawrence Taylor. Do not rule out a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Cal. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Just a short pass to the tight end. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. A strike downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Rides to the back.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's House. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. They're working that left side. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
He'll bring it out. It's Reese. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Out of the gun, the give to the back.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looks as if he's going to run it. Oh, it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Sets up the screen. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16. The Orange with a ton of options available on second and short.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Singleton. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up third down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
It's good. Easy call for the refs. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Singleton. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Syracuse right back at it. Now they'll run the draw. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Makes a move. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. From the gun, the running back has it. He now has 85 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. The Hokies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run play action. Fires to the right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. And the Hokies are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll run for it on third and short. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Jackson will throw. Fires to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. He wants to change this route. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. He's got it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hokies.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing.
Syracuse, 17.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Punts it out of the air. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Singleton. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
They'll try to sneak it. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Here's the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense. This guy had too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. Working the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. That's it for this period, and it's Virginia Tech on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. The Orange has it for a second down play as we open the final period. Back to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up first and goal. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Give him 6. Touchdown, Orange. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Gives it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going, too.
It'll be 3rd and long. Jackson gonna throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Hokies will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
The give to the single back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good, build maybe a little bit of momentum.
Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
And, man, that stings because this offense needed every single possession they had left. Now down by 2 possessions, and you're kicking the football off. That was a play that kind of just ended this one. This offense had to put points up, and instead they give up the big safety.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Bring in the heat. He's going to run it. Did the work himself. They get him out of bounds, couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. Skips away from pressure. Throws to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Jackson will throw. He lofts one down the sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Caught behind the line. It's Reese. Turning it on. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's at hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Hokies are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Muscling ahead on third and short. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, put the offense in a real situation.
They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Syracuse right back at it.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Catch in the middle, it's good. I know you want to take what the defense gives you, but at this point, you have to push the ball downfield a little more, David.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Check the football down. That's what they're going to give you, but we need scores. Down multiple scores, got to push the ball down the field, take more chances.
Lining up, trying to convert this third and short from the 40. Motion from the back. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Wants to throw again. Catch in the middle. It's Singleton. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker. It's Singleton. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Right on the money. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Back to pass on second down. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the brain trust will go to work.